Ford Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The final game of the opening weekend of 2020. Time for football from Denver. Broncos and Titans. Fielded near the back of the end zone. They had no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Just a yard to go here on second down.
Check 50, check 50. Back. Check 26, check 26.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Completes it to Davis. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A first down carry for Henry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 33. That one, a first down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, Kaepernick. He completes it to Henry. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And his throw here's incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback there to make the play defensively.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. After the penalty, it's Henry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
For the extra point.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Block, and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
7 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Block working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Adoree Jackson. Take it at the 37. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
He was brought down by
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
To throw, Kaepernick. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
On the
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 22, Locke. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
It's a gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
He's not gonna get me.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A first carry is a Bronco for the longtime Charger. It's Melvin Gordon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Check 55, Mike. What's the run? They're running it. Check 55,
Throwing now is Locke. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A quick throw by Kaepernick complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. A gain of 8. First down, Tennessee.
And 8 yards.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The tackle made by Shelby Harris. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20-yard line.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Looking here for Smith downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
It was Jack Crawford who brought him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Locke. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. From the gun, Locke. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
He was brought down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
On the carry.
A gain of 3, second down.
At the 26.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Kaepernick. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
But this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. 7. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Down by Jonathan Joseph.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once you made the read.
There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, 62 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Brandon McManus to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First down, Titans.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Davis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
So how many different ways can we say that Von Miller is an absolute nightmare to prepare for any offense? An absolute dominant force on the defensive side of the ball. Double-digit sacks in 7 of his 9 seasons in the NFL. And when he finished the 2019 season, second in total sacks in NFL history among active players, behind only Terrell Suggs.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Titan ball carrier.
It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
A.J. Boyer.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Again to Henry. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and goal.
The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
3 yards remain for second down.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Block now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And it's 3rd and short.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Block. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Screen pass to Lindsey. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
On the carry.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
5-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Lock. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Lock. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
It's now.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. From the gun, Lock. And that is incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. You got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an elite.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Mark Barrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And the busy night for Henry continues. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Noah Fant was a 1st-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the 1st round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
It's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Watch the run, watch the run. 54.
Here's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
He'll take over.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing his Kaepernick on third down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He finds Humphreys, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On first down, Henry eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run it again with Henry. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter.
Stephen Gostkowski on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Now left side on the swing pass. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That's good.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Shotgun snap and again to Lindsey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Carrier brought down at the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
15-yard line.
Locke throwing on target to Fant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And 9.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
22, check bomber, 22, check bomber. Back. Check 26, check 26.
Now Locke to the end zone, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but now it's 3rd and goal.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsay there to make the grab. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Here's Locke to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
The score, Titans 14, Broncos 12. Brandon McManus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Kaepernick. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and short now following the fumble. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Another run by Lindsey. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Switch up, switch up. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Don't get nervous.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this.